Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The first title fight of the evening. The following contest is for the Almighty Fighting Championship Amateur Lightweight title, and we are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. It is time to meet the fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner with a record of 10-3, representing Dungeon MMA, it's Kieran Lister. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Guerrilla Fight Team with a record of 6-0. Would you please welcome Nic Pirogan?
The AFC Lightweight Championship is on the line. And Kieran Lister looks to make it 2 for 2 in the AFC tournaments with his stablemate Justin Burlinson picking up the middleweight crown on the last show. And he faces Nic Pirogan, who was very impressive on the last show, as was Kieran Lister.
Yeah. I mean, Pirogan's quickly becoming one of my favourite fighters to watch, but didn't the Dungeon Boys have a great outing last time?
Just a slight kick in the balls there from Kieran Lister. Just sort of clipped the cup off Pirogan. But we reconvene, and this has got to be probably the early candidate for fight of the night. Good body kick from Pirogan. Lister looks for the overhand over the with the left hand. And the thing I love about the Dungeon, sorry Dan to cut you off there, is that it's called Dungeon BJJ, but yet you very rarely ever see the BJJ because the strikers that come out of the gym, Kieran Lister, Justin Burlinson,
man,
they're absolute killers. Yeah. Beautiful inside low kick from Lister.
Absolute machines, and you know that they're well versed on the ground, but
good head kick from Pirogan,
nice.
And a knee.
Flying right kick there by Pirogan. Just got a bit of a Shogun hop on that.
Yeah, and I was just about to say before he sort of committed to that combination was the thing that I like about Pirogan is he doesn't get dragged into he doesn't get dragged into anything. It's always his fight. He sort of sits back. He will take the odd kick, maybe the odd jab, and he'll just try and figure his opponents out and then launch his assault. And ultimately, that's what he did.
Yeah. There's not many as composed as Pirogan in there, but the Dungeon BJJ lads, they are composed.
Yeah,
he's holding onto the neck there, but I think he's just wasting a bit of energy because
he's in half.
His chin's out.
Yeah, he's in half guard. I don't know if he's necessarily looking for the guillotine. He's sort of gone. He's got gripped the wrist and he's just holding on. Now he's in a worse. Yeah, now he's in a worse position.
Yeah. He pulled Lister into mount there by keeping hold of that head. He's trying to use it as a bit of a sweep. And
I was going to say Lister's quite high, so that would have presented the opportunity for Pirogan to get out. But this is where the now BJJ aspect comes in of the Dungeon lads.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried for Pirogan right now because you know that Lister has got ground skills. He comes in sporting a purple belt at amateur level.
Yeah.
So you know he's got skills.
Now the good thing here, or the one thing going for Pirogan here is Lister's quite high and to one side. He only has one hook in. Now he's looking to just wedge that other hook in. Now Pirogan, well, I was going to say, now they've ended up against the cage, he's sort of lost the opportunity. I was going to say he's got half a chance to potentially end up in top position, but Lister just doing enough. He gets the second hook in. Does he have enough time to finish this rear naked choke? I don't think he will.
I think they're just going to see the round out with rabbit punches here.
And we do move into the second round of this now scheduled 5-round title fight.
Sorry to go back here, Chris. The cage there actually played perfectly into Pirogan's hands because what happened there is his head was kind of out, but he still had an overhook on the arms, did Lister. Now we could have used that for a bit of a sweep to almost take the crucifix position. But because the cage was there, Pirogan managed to just put... Yes, he distorted his neck, but he managed to just push him up against the cage. So for anybody watching out there, Pirogan actually did the smart thing there just to buy himself a bit of time and see out that round.
Be interesting to see how round 2 starts. I think now both guys have got the measure of each other on the feet. Lister probably knows, or he's probably could be thinking that he probably has the better of his opponent if it ends up on the mat. Yep. But Lister's not one to sort of shy away from a fist fight, so speaking as an extremely selfish commentator from cage side, I'd love to see these guys duke it out in over the next 3 minutes, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, come on guys, give us a war. Oh, beautiful overhand left as Pirogan lands the body kick.
Yeah, I was going to say that body kick just sort of found its home under that left hand.
That's it.
Superman punch, beautiful up and down combination.
Superman punch into a body hook low kick.
And he gets the takedown.
Pirogan manages to land in guard this time, but you got to think his arms are his biggest asset. Stood up. You don't really want to tire them out by holding him down right now unless you're going to just commit and do something.
And that's it. He's sort of barring the full guard. He's ultimately where he was a few moments ago. So I was going to say, if he's either got to look to get up from this position or at least let go of the head, because he runs the risk that if Lister passes to half guard, he could end up pulling him into mount again, as you said, Dan, in the first round. But he's got a high guard.
Those legs.
Yeah,
he's
high
looking
guard.
to climb those legs. He's looking to trap the arm for the triangle there. You can see him sneakily working away at it. But Lister's got his arm, his left arm on the inside. It's hard to see whether Pirogan's actually got wrist control on that arm.
Yeah, he's got a right foot on the hip of Lister, has Pirogan. He's very composed on the bottom. Lister's taking a few deep breaths just in the guard now. Pirogan not absorbing any damage, but...
And there we have it. Pirogan's got the right overhook. He's got the right overhook now, so he's looking to clear that left arm to work the triangle. And
Lister equal to it on that occasion.
Yeah, Lister manages just to slide that arm out.
Sweep was also on if he could have freed up the left leg then. But again, it's Lister's just sort of tied up in the guard of Pirogan here.
Yeah, Pirogan's got a very active, awkward guard.
The action's just beginning to slow, and you've got to think that maybe our third man in the cage, Dean Weir, will be having a look at this.
And he's looking to trap Lister's left arm here. Lister's very wise to it. He's kind of moving to his left so he can't turn off for that arm bar.
And I think, like I said, Weir's having a look at it. But the action just gains a little bit of momentum as Lister passes to half guard. So sure, it was a pass, more of a sort of happening after Pirogan threw the up kick.
Yeah, and Pirogan's very confident on the ground.
So comfortable.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't have thought it'd have been this comfortable, given who he's got on top of him right now. But 10 seconds left and we've ended up in mount again. But is anything going to happen with this? You've got to give Lister points for kind of passing.
I was going to say Lister looking to probably finish the round strong, but on that occasion, Pirogan sort of over hook on the head and the arm. Just on the far side, probably did enough to make it a pass, and a pass into mount just at that. But again, a sort of slower round.
Yeah, definitely. But to be honest, I think that kind of played into Pirogan's hands a little bit. It was Lister who was looking that was looking like he was doing the more exhausting output, you know, just trying to pass, just trying to keep his arms free. Pirogan looked very, very comfortable and relaxed, and you know, that could tell a tale as it goes later into the rounds, you know, because Pirogan is an explosive striker. You know, Lister's got the strength, but and great striking, but you know, Pirogan has been known on, you know, the last two occasions to be an explosive, snappy striker.
Absolutely. And 3 rounds is still an awfully long time. Remember, this championship contest scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds.
Now, I've just seen Pirogan take a nice deep breath, but you know, he's as fit as a fiddle. You can tell both of them are.
As we begin with round 3 here, Lister opens up with a couple of inside low kicks, answered by a head kick from Pirogan.
Now Lister's throwing those arms just a little bit slower. Just a little bit. You don't know whether he's been a bit more methodical with his striking or whether he's just a little bit more tired. You see that left hand isn't coming straight down the pipe as sharp as it was.
Yeah, I was going to say the right hand just sort of pawing out there would suggest he's probably being a bit more methodical. But as you said, Dan, when he throws the left hand, it is just that bit slower. Sort of trading head kicks here in round 3. Good left hand from Lister, and again.
They both caught each other, but Lister came out the better of that exchange.
Yeah, 2 good left hands from Lister. And we just got the attention of Pirogan there, so knows now what he possesses in the power department as well as the grappling department.
And Lister gets it to the ground, straight to side control.
Beautiful takedown, catches the left leg of Pirogan, trips him. Yeah. And as you said, Dan lands in inside control.
Now Pirogan was just starting to have some success with his striking as well. You know, he was outworking Lister. Lister landed the heavier lever in that little exchange he had. But, you know, for me, Pirogan was really starting to find his...
Lister looking to stay heavy on the head of Pirogan. I didn't know if he was going to try and transition for a north-south choke. But he just seems content to sitting his hips down.
But I do like this by Lister because he recognised what was happening on the feet.
Yeah.
You know, and he timed that catch perfectly.
Absolutely. We are back on the canvas here in round 3.
And Pirogan's got to his belly, but
he sort of turned into his opponent there and created the space for Lister to effectively take back mount. He's got one hook in, looking into soft Pirogan up here.
You know, and there still could be plenty of time in this round right now to work something, especially with the caliber of Lister.
Probably just under half the round to go.
He can't get that second hook in, but you know, Pirogan, he causes problems. He's like anti-jiu-jitsu. He's causing some problems here for Lister, and nothing's going to plan right now. You know,
the defense black belt.
Yeah, and look at this.
Back to his feet. He's like you say, he just does all the right things to nullify the offense of Lister.
That's it.
When it's on the floor, spotted his moment there to get back to his feet.
And there's 10 seconds left, you know.
And I think Pirogan heard that and sort of thought he was going to move in, try and have a big end to the round, looks to land the knee. And we move into the championships rounds, Dan.
Yes. And I think that the time might have changed here, you know. Tables have turned. Pirogan started with some great striking and ended by taking that one thing away from Lister in that round, which was the grappling. Lister timed that takedown perfectly, knowing that the striking wasn't going to plan. It slowed down considerably, even though he landed well in an exchange. But does that get into the head of Lister when Pirogan manages to get back to the feet?
Yeah, 15 minutes, as you said, is a long old time. 5 rounds. 9 minutes of the scheduled 15 already in the books. Pirogan still looks fairly unfazed by the fight thus far. Still looks very calm and relaxed. To his credit, so does Lister.
Yeah.
But Lister's definitely had to do more of the work. Pirogan, when he's sort of been on the defensive, like you say, he's just done enough to effectively not absorb any damage whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting now to see how round 4 goes. As said, we move into the championship rounds. The lightweight championship is on the line here at Almighty Fighting Championship 5.
Seeing they come out swinging again. Neither guy shies away from a fight. And, you know, I've got to say, Lister's, in my book, probably up 2 rounds to 1, but lands a beautiful left head kick.
The snap on that was beautiful. Up and whipped round and back down before Pirogan could respond.
It wasn't shin, but, you know, you heard the slap from the foot.
Good right hand from Pirogan.
Oh, Pirogan just caught him with a right hand going in. And
Lister saying he's got a poke to the eye there. Dean Weir tells him to get on with it. With a teep kick.
Nice.
And we've got a slugfest now.
These guys want it, but who wants it more?
Oh, Pirogan's tagged him.
Oh, and Lister catches that takedown again.
Yeah, I think it came at the right time because Pirogan was swarming, landed a good left
Lister's
hook.
bleeding.
Yeah, he's bleeding from well, it's from the eye that he sort of signalled to Dean Weir that he took a poke in.
You see, and this is something like that. I don't know if it'll ever be cleared up in MMA because these fingerless gloves, yes, pokes can happen. Pirogan, to me, didn't have his fingers out. You know, I'd have to watch it back. But if a knuckle lands, that can't be classed as an eye poke, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So
It feels like it, but it can't be classed as an eye poke. But, you know, we don't know. It happened so fast. It could have been a finger there.
now here, Pirogan doesn't have the legs, the arms. Sorry, start that again. Pirogan didn't have half guard, but he was pushing with his right hand, effectively pushing Lister's hips towards the mount position, which
He needs to watch that head and arm.
ultimately wasn't the right thing to do. And now Lister looking to pass. He's in a position for the head and arm. As you said, Dan,
Now, this is not good. This is not good when you've got someone the caliber of Lister.
he's looking to get it from mount. He's going to pass.
He's passed. Oh, this is
Looks-
not good news for Pirogan. This could be the fight ender. He looks like he's going to tap.
Looks to hand Pirogan his first loss, and he does.
And what a beautiful fight by both men, but hats off to Lister.
Kieran Lister is your AFC lightweight champion. Stops his man in the 4th round by a head and arm triangle.
And really overcame adversity in that last round.
And like you say, take nothing away from Nic Pirogan.
Oh no.
Lister just managing to be to get the right positions, caught the kick on a couple of occasions. Pirogan looks absolutely fine in there, but just didn't have the answers. And I think that's what Dan Gibbon, his coach, has just said. Good performance from Kieran Lister, and the Dungeon MMA lads end up with another almighty championship in their camp. Your winner by 4th round stoppage, as we said, Kieran Lister, but we will pass it in cage to RMC Lee Nicholson to make the decision official.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please show your appreciation for our fighters? And so 2 minutes and 4 seconds into round number 4, we have a winner. Your winner via arm triangle, and now the AFC Amateur Lightweight Champion, it's Kieran Lister. And your appreciation, ladies and gentlemen, for Nic Pirogan.